The next thing we're going to do is we're going to analyze the formants so that we can make the type of F2, F1 plots that we practiced last session. For this, in Praat, you've got to have open a sound file. The one I'm using here is the token 2, spoken by a white Kenyan speaker woman of the age of 44. And if I click on edit, I get this. If you don't see the formants or the spectrum, remember that you can click on spectrum, show spectrum, formant, show formants, and then you will get this picture. If I press the left mouse button and scroll over the text, then you will hear that the lady says 2. Furthermore, with respect to formant settings, 5000 is probably a bit low as a maximum formant, as we said earlier. I would revert to the standards, since this is a female speaking. I apply this, and the formant look alright, even in those areas where it's a very soft voice. So let's click OK. And next, the one thing you want to do with monophthongs, i.e. vowels that don't change with respect to tone position and their articulation, you don't want to measure at the start, because this is going to be affected by co-articulation effects. In this case, the t at the start. Also, the end, if a word is following, that's going to affect the formants. So ideally, you would find the middle section, or as other people say, where you get steady formants, i.e. horizontal lines. In this particular case, we will go roughly here. That will be the middle, and then you could just do a point measurement, i.e. you could measure the formants at this particular point in time. Sometimes I think it would be advisable if you left click the mouse, drag it a bit to the right, and mark a section in that steady formant track. Now, how do you get the formants, which Praat has clearly identified by those red dots? You go to Query, Log 2, the error message we just ignored. What you get here is the start point of your measurement, the end point, first, second, and third formant. If I now scroll over this and copy it, I can simply insert this into Excel or any other kind of spreadsheet. And then I just annotate it. So start of the measurement, end of the measurement, F1, F2, F3, and of course we want to include which vowel it was. Here it was U. And if you do this with lots of other vowels, then you will obviously get the same kind of formant table that we had last session, and then you can create an F2, F1 plot as I specified in the other video.